Back in Washington, President Biden addressed the nation this afternoon with a forceful show of support for Israel. The president vowed to do everything possible to free the American hostages, saying he has, quote, no higher priority than the safety of Americans being held hostage around the world. CBS's Ed O'Keefe has the latest tonight from the White House.
This was an act of sheer evil.
President Biden condemned the attacks by Hamas, which he revealed killed at least 14 American citizens, comparing it to the worst rampages of ISIS.
Parents butchered using their bodies to try to protect their children. Women raped, assaulted, paraded as trophies.
He said the U.S. is sending special operators to help Israel coordinate the rescue of more than 100 hostages held by the militant group, including Americans.
We now know that American citizens are among those being held by Hamas.
A carrier strike group, including the USS Gerald Ford, has arrived in the region and could be used as a platform to launch hostage rescue missions. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan says there are 20 or more Americans still missing, though it's unclear how many have been abducted by Hamas. He said there are no current plans to send U.S. troops into the conflict.
At this point, that is not something that is under planning.
With the fighting ongoing, the president huddled with his national security team this morning and held his third phone call since the conflict began with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Mr. President Joe, I want to thank you for your continued and unequivocal support.
Offering more military support, including precision-guided munitions for fighter jets. The first shipment of supplies landed this evening. Mr. Biden is also sending Secretary of State Antony Blinken to Israel tomorrow, part of a diplomatic push to contain the crisis from spreading further. A major fear among allies that Iranian-backed Hezbollah could fully join the fight. The president today issued this warning.
Anyone thinking of taking advantage of this situation, I have one word: don't. Don't.
Now, amid all of this, a bipartisan congressional delegation was in Tel Aviv today and met with Prime Minister Netanyahu, as President Biden says he's planning to ask Congress to approve more aid for Israel when lawmakers return to Washington next week. Norah?
Ed O'Keefe at the White House, thank you.